Gentlemen, how are we doing today? We're talking tips and tricks for the new hot moments to get that free X Factor choice pack and icon choice pack. So I just finished my last X Factor hut moment and it was a total grind. Literally took me about 10 hours. There was a few that I really struggled with. It seems like in Discord from people I'm talking to and online on Twitter, a lot of people are struggling and finding it just kind of frustrating. So I thought I'd share my tips and tricks with you guys. So first off, if the actual gameplay feels a bit different in this game mode compared to like squad battles even, or certainly rivals, it's because it is. The tuners are set to make it feel more arcadey for some reason. I'm not sure why. Unfortunately, if the AI opponents even get within breathing distance of you and taps your guy in the slightest, he flies off the puck. It's really annoying. So don't worry, you're not losing your mind. The gameplay is a bit different. So first thing I want to start with is you can get these challenges done. It'll give you the option to exit and leave. If you get 1 or 2 done, but not all 3, do not quit the game. You will lose all progress. You have to do all 3 or just play out to the end of the game. Now, next up, I'm going to give you my tips on how to score more goals or get more points, because that seems to be the hardest of the hut challenges, the one that require 3 goals with a certain player or 4 points with a certain player. So first things first, use the pressure system. Once I got about halfway through the hut moments and started getting into the pro, the all-star, the superstar challenges, I just stopped going for goals until pressure system was active, and then I started having a lot of success. So it's kind of unfortunate. It is an offline game mode. If you want to just get through it as fast as possible, you got to cheese it a little bit. I was literally taking my guy, just skating circles until pressure system activated. At that point, it's a lot easier to score on the goalie. Scoring on the goalie before that is extremely hard, even on the lower skilled challenges like the semi-pro, the rookie. For whatever reason, it's super hard. But with pressure system, it gets a lot easier. Now here's the best way to score goals. Just hit the Michigan. Use total control, hit the Michigan. Do a little LT to kind of do a backward skate as you're coming around the net. That's going to make it easier to go in if you're on the backhand. If you're on the forehand, you can just scoop it and go. Also, another good strategy is pulling your own goalie when you need offense. It's going to help you activate the pressure system even more, and it's going to push for goals. A lot of the challenges doesn't really matter if your opponent scores on you. And that actually leads us into our next point here. And that is, if your opponent is within 2 goals of you in the final minute of the game, they will pull their goalie. So if you have to get 4 points with Vince Dunn, you really only need 2 points. And then that final minute, make sure the enemy team, the opponent, the AI opponent, is within 2 goals. And you can do that by just pulling your own goalie, letting them score if you need to. Make sure they're within 2 goals. Let them pull their goalie in the final minute. Grab the puck. Make sure Vince Dunn touches it. And then go score an easy goal. Then, on the ensuing faceoff, let them win the faceoff. As soon as they get the puck over their own blue line, they're probably going to pull the goalie right away. And then you just got to get the puck back. And you have almost 40 plus seconds to get 1 more goal. And it actually makes things a lot easier, because the 3 goals with a certain player when you're not player locked, or the 4 points with a certain player when you're not player locked, can be kind of daunting when it starts getting into the all-star superstar tier. But if you think of it like you only need 2 of those or 1 of those, and in the final minute you just cheese the game by letting them pull their goalie. Makes things easier. Last but not least, I want to show you guys a couple of examples that I found to be pretty successful, or at least the most successful in terms of scoring goals against these AI goalies. And the first one is pretty typical in most games, but a lot of the goals that we saw in NHL 23 weren't necessarily going in against the AI goaltenders in this game so far. But when you cut to the middle, shoot far side, that seemed to be working pretty good. Also, if you're skating along the boards in the offensive zone, you cut towards the goal line like you're going behind the net, but then you come right back out into the slot crease area and shoot far side. That seemed to be pretty effective as well. And that's just about everything I have for you guys today. I hope that helps. Last thing I did want to mention is, if you're anything like me, if you get stuck on a challenge, you might start hate playing the game to really try to get that challenge, and that's not going to usually lead to success. So I would bounce around. If you're stuck on one, try it once, go to the next one. If you're stuck on one at the very end, literally just come back the next day, and usually you can get it pretty easily. If you've been grinding offline game modes for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, it can get kind of daunting. Just put the controller down, come back the next day. The challenge will still be there, and it'll be a lot easier. Trust me, I went through that myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like. Check out my YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. Lots more great NHL 24 content on the way soon.